most wants are driven by society. Most needs are driven by biology. So the things you need are the things that that you have to have so you can be whole and sane. The things you want are the things that you want to have so you can feel good in society. Now, you understand from me that most of the things that we want are things that when we are alone, they are inconsequential. The things we need when there's nobody watching are the things that we would dwell on and we would probably enjoy. That's why, like I said, a person that doesn't have a house, that lives under the bridge, the thing he needs is a roof over his head. The thing he wants is a big house with a BMW. Now, how does that person go from having nothing to getting a BMW, which is a want? I promise you, people don't know this. It's almost impossible. But if it's something he needs, it is the most possible thing because that's the only thing that's going to be on his radar. That's the only thing that's going to be seeking towards. If he goes out, that's the only thing that's going to be catching his eye. A person that is under the bridge, the only conversations that person is going to get interested in are conversations they are talking about giving people a house. Maybe free of charge or under a very low charge. But when people are talking about getting a mansion with BMW and a Rolls Royce, he'll probably engage. And guess what? He will live there and go and do what he feels like doing. Because the needs are important, but the wants are not. But you know the thing that comes to you, as long as you're on social media, everything you see, 80-90% of things you see on your timeline are wants. You want a nice house, you want a nice car, you want to live above the Nigerian society, so it's like it gives you back to the Nigerian dream. I said something about the Nigerian dream. American dream, there's an American dream, we're in Nigeria. Let me tell you what the Nigerian dream is. The Nigerian dream is the need to oppress your neighbor. And guess what? Everybody strives toward that need. So you see people that maybe they are in a lowly place, maybe in the trenches, and when you're younger, there was a generator called Pass My Neighbor. I don't know whether it's still existence now. People needed to get Pass My Neighbor so that they can have light more than the neighbor. Nobody at that point needed to get a lister. They all wanted a lister if that could power everything, but they didn't need it. And guess what? Almost everybody got Pass My Neighbor because it was a need, and that need was created. Still society, but it has become biological. They need to have light more times than your neighbor does. They need to be able to go somewhere and people are respecting you so much. For the Nigerian, some of that is a need. But abroad, of course, that's probably want because most of the time they can easily get it. It's not necessarily something that they have to break their backs on. So people have to learn how to differentiate their needs with their wants. And if you really want something, you can convert your want to your need. And that's where the alchemy happens, and that's where the miracle happens. The miracle is eternal. Converting your wants to your needs is getting your miracle by yourself. You don't need any pastor for it. Like I said, I'm not collecting offering. If I was, maybe you take my words more seriously. People don't know how to need things. People know how to want things. So, things you want, first of all, are more flashy. Things you need are more eternal. You know, it's comes from the inside. Things you want are mostly beautiful. You know, it mostly ends up in people's wish list. Wants are wish list. Those are the things that you hope for. You don't hope for a need. You go and get a need. Right now, everybody in Nigeria is probably proud in their own houses, especially when they are very healthy and they can feed themselves. Once any Nigerian needs a heart transplant and he cannot afford it, guess what? All shame, all distraction, all pride has gone out the window. He's coming to beg for it. A person that didn't come to beg for it, even when he needed it, is a person that didn't really need it. Maybe he wanted life, but it's okay. You can let it go. If you want to live and you are a proud man and you do not have the money to buy a heart, you will beg for it. And every other thing is is inconsequential. Doesn't matter. Americans, so the American dream is to live above 6 figures. I mean, the American dream is to have $1 million as a baseline. That's the American dream. So a person that has kid, because not at the same time, not everybody kisses to the American dream. Some people just need their families to be okay. Some people need to be able to call their children, able to have grandchildren. Whether they are doing well or not, that's fine. They don't care. And that's a need. And a lot of people work towards that need. Now, a want might be you want $1 million. Until that want becomes a need, you will never get $1 million. In fact, you'll be around places where you can get $1 million, you will hear it and it won't stick. Because it's a want. A want is something you know that, I wish I can be like that guy. Over to the next thing. A need is, I need to be like that guy. Please help me be that guy. That is a need. Someone like Elon Musk probably did not want $1 trillion, but he needed to go to Mars. Now, the difference people don't understand is that it's just like Solomon and the Bible. Solomon, in a typical Nigerian Solomon, when God asked him, what do you want? Would have wanted $1 billion. But the Solomon needed wisdom. And people don't understand that wants are attachments to needs. If you need a roof over your head, underlying want is comfort. And it's more comfortable than where you are now. When you get that need done, the want comes attached. The wants are supposed to be a roof of your needs. Wants are not the baseline of anything. Wants are supposed to be attached to your needs. But if everything about you is all your wants, well, guess what? You are doing your need. You know how I know? You are still alive. You are eating. That's a need. And even if you are broke, you will find how to eat. That's a need. Your want is driving a car. It will end at want. But if you drive a car, of course, by the time you were able to buy a car, you would have already been eating, which was a need. By the time you're able to buy a car, you probably already have a roof over your head, which was a need. When you have your need, then you can think about your wants. And your wants self come more easily at that time. But if everything you want in your life are all wants, you will end up keep wanting. Maybe eventually you become wanted. Wants can only become needs when you choose that they are needs. And goes back to what I talk about. You cannot deceive yourself. So you can delude yourself, which I've supported in time past. It's okay to delude yourself. But after deluding yourself, you know, when you say there's delusion, after the first point of delusion, you become hypnotized by your delusion or by someone else's delusion. It's like people being in relationships with abusers. They can delude themselves that those abusers are going to change, or those abusers are the best they can do. And then it becomes a fact to them. So when you start with your delusion, let it become a fact to you. As long as that need becomes a want, you will get it. See, the only reason why people won't get what they need is if they die. A need, you live to get a need. You stay alive, happy to be wanting. Character does not exist where needs are. Personality does not exist where needs are. Even happiness does not exist where needs are. Shame does not exist where needs are. Nothing really matters where needs are. But everything matters where wants are. What people will say, what people care about, how people look at you, what matters to other people. Needs are the only thing that matters to you. And you cannot deceive yourself about it.